Monday, back to normality, and we're back on the Mk1. Yeah, a few more bits turned up. Spent a couple of days in Barcelona last week, so that's why it was a bit of a few random videos and things like that. And then we had all my gas pipe incident and no heating when I got back as well. So we're still dealing with the after effects of that. Still got holes in my drive, still got a red hot mini that didn't start. I think when I updated the firmware for the ECU to get the dash to work the other month, it then wouldn't start. So I've got no injectors firing, so could be something else as well. So that's another pain in the head because I've had to push that around the corner and hide that. So yeah, I'm hoping to just come out here, do a bit of calming down, do a bit of a basic bolting on bits, and away we go. So and what do we have arrived? Oh yeah. Shiny bits, Chris. New hose for the clutch. So that's all hunky-dory and ready to go on as well. The only thing we're missing is the metal bush inserts for the engine steady. I'm sure I can make some, otherwise I'll have to buy some. Shouldn't be too much anyway. So anyway, let's go get the tripod and bolt some bits on. First thing I need to remember to do is put the last two sock ring bolts in. Don't have to worry about doing a whole lot uptight, but as long as they're in. So remove this brake pipe at the back here that goes up to the master cylinder, just to give me a bit of room, and let's see if we can fit it. Always a bit of a bug that last back one, put a slightly shorter bolt in, but it's all fine, not clutters on. As I said, you can get captive mounts, which some people have said they're a bit easier. Bolts going from underneath. Also on, I think, did I do it on the jet black? I used quick release mounts, maybe I used them on the 16 valve, and they work quite well as well, poly ones. Seem to have held up, but I don't do loads of miles anyway. Just going to undo the clutch sleeve. And then we put the hose on first. I find it easier. Goes into there where the yellow tag is. Also on this bleed nipple, there's supposed to be like a little bracket. It holds a spring. It'll freak Chris out, but there the old one. And there's a spring that goes from that to the arm. Helps it just return sometimes. So anyway, let's figure that all out. Clutch slave requires a copper washer between that and it. There's two machine surfaces, or there should be. Ish. Screw tight, and then we can bolt that back on. Bish, bish, bish. Okay, hose attached, tied up. I'm really trying not to wind you up, Chris, at all, but I purposely didn't clean it. So that's the old little tab. If it's really annoying you, Chris, go buy me another one. Anyway, so yeah, let's bolt that in. Feed that through. We've got the bracket there which holds the pipe, which is a bit different on different cars, but it's how the car came, so I'm going to put it back to how it was. Slave cylinder in, just need to find and locate the spring if I've got one still. I think it was mostly missing, seeing as though the engine wasn't in when I got it. Yeah, nip them up. Don't go too berserk. It's all aluminium, these casings, so you really don't want to bugger up the threads. That'll be very cross with you. Yeah, what's next? Alright, just going to put the nice shiny nuts on for Chris, keep him happy. Can't have my YouTubers and bogies getting upset with me. So yeah, socket on that. And yeah, old nut off, new nut to go on. happy, Chris? Look, there's a machine face on these. Goes down. Don't know why it really makes too much difference. Guess it just grips better. But hey ho. British ladies engineers at the best. And same the other side, Chris. Look, you just to prove it. It's gonna be a money pit, this car. I think the last thing I'll do for now is just pop this carb on just to get it out of the way. 26 million plates and yeah, just gets it out of the way and I can just see what I'm doing. Less chance of losing it, like the nuts that I would have had, which I've now lost. Don't tell my dad, they're not be watching this video. I'll do the nuts. I think they're here. These are the ones, nice shiny ones, must have been from my dad. Little half nuts that can easily be dropped down anywhere. First one I did was I dropped a distributor drive into the gearbox once. That was a fun phone call to my dad. We managed to get it back out without taking the engine out. Ended up, I don't know how we ended up taking the end of the diff off where the speedo drive is and everything, and at the time I was quite young, so I was able to get my hand in underneath the crank and yeah, retrieve it. That was a close one. Close one. But yeah, cheers for all your feedback of the pickup and everything. I do appreciate people's, well, I don't know whether I appreciate people's opinions or not, but I can understand everyone has opinions. Let's put the right size washer on that, that's why it's not going. So yeah, it's a love or hate thing. People have their own taste, don't they? Everyone has their own taste. But I do like the idea of putting fixings on them. So yeah. But anyway, let's not talk about the pickup in this video. This is Mk1 time. Just in case. Oh, leftover burger from the night before. Lovely. I mentioned your name a lot today, Chris. Part numbers, please, for these rubber things. I think they're slightly different on the early ones. I think they have like a special type bolt. My dad's just put a bit of tube in those just for now, just to allow him to run the engine. One last little job, this gear linkage that I'm going to use. When my dad has fixed it, he's had to put an extra pin in at one end here and a little nut and a bolt, which is, originally it was just like a little split pin all the way through the casting, so the actual casting was the same width of the hole, bang, it went in. But now I've got like a little head of a bolt and a washer. So I just need to get a little die grinder just at the front of this hole, make a little hole, add a little bit of paint to it, and yeah, that should drop in. So let's do that before we shut up shop for the night. Alrighty, that now fits. I've got a big hole in the floor at the front. Hopefully I can use the rubber grommet, the existing one. Maybe that's why they had the big old plastic covers on them as well. They used to have a big sort of like big fiberglass cover to go over the top as well. But anyway, we'll work that out. So that drops in there now, so we need to get 8 bolts into that next time and get that bolted down. As I said, I think it's better to bolt it down now and then we can do the carpet over the top of that. Yeah, definitely. Alright, till next time guys, yeah, mostly mini again, Mk1, but who knows, I've got to spend a bit of time on the red hot, see why it won't start. Alright, bye bye, have a good evening.